Welcome back everyone to the HO Scale Willow Creek Industrial Spur for the August 2025 layout update. Quite a few things have been happening recently over the last wee while, so we'll get into it. First things first, we've got a new wagon that's made its way onto the layout. A nice flat car there, so that's going to be proving its worth carrying whatever it's going to be carrying. I'm not too sure what it's going to be doing yet, but I'm going to change the, just got some new couplers there, the 148s to put on the wagon there. So that's one little project I'll do. Won't take very long to get that done. So that's that wagon there. Next thing we've got is I've got recently just got an order from Temu. So I've got some bits and bobs here that I'll show you. Some people might already have them, some people might not, and some people probably ask the question why. Okay, first things first, we've got two reamers, like bead reamers for obviously reaming out holes and bits and pieces, so they're always quite handy for, you know, you drill your hole and it's not big enough and save yourself getting a new drill or bigger drill bit, just ream them out a bit, so that's what they're for. I've got a little jig for cutting angles and stuff. Now I have got the XL miter jig, you know, the aluminium one that I use, but this one I thought, oh, it's cheap enough, we'll give it a little bit of a play around. It'll be good for like using your like knife blades and your chisel blades and stuff if they fit in there, so we'll give that a play at some stage. Next is a right angle jig for gluing. So you've got your different sizes there to keep it nice and flat and all that good stuff. So wasn't quite in focus there, but hey, so give that a play. We've got the surgical blades. Now I use like a Swan and Morton scalpel handles. So these are for that. Number 11, I always use number 11, and there's 100 pieces in there, so that's going to last me a lifetime. Yeah, so that was a good deal too. Now, another thing that I saw and I've been wanting to get for a long time, back when I was doing another prototype that involved a lot of handrails, bending a lot of handrails and bits and pieces, was these things here. Now you may have already seen them. I think you can get them, electronics people use them to bend resistors for fine electronics, circuit boards and things. But they're notched out for different sizes there. It's probably mirrored. There we go. Notched out for different sizes. So you just put the wire over the top of the cross there. Across the, say for instance you want 12mm, notch there, put your wire in between. Clamp it down using some wing nuts and just bend the two ends, and that's makes your stirrup or your hoop for whatever size you need. So it goes right down to, you know, you're getting right down to small amounts, but yeah, I've always wanted some of them, so they were cheap enough, so I managed to pick them up. So that was quite a good haul from good old Temu. Now I've been discussing a wee bit on my shadow box. It's a little bit too dark, so I went away and got some more LED strips or LED strips. So I've got I'll take that away too quick, didn't I? So just the roll of that. It has got the controller and it is remote controlled too. So that's the same as what I've originally got on there now. So hopefully I can put a bit on that to lighten up a bit. Failing that, I've got some paints here to sort of test and sort of try and get it lighter, maybe a little bit more white than baby blue, just to get it sort of looking a little bit better. I'm not saying it doesn't look, I reckon it looks all right now, but I just really want to see how the LED lights go first before I commit to painting the whole back scene. Talking about back scene, I have been doing the back scene over at Short Street. So we'll go over and have a look at that very shortly. A couple of other things. There's been a couple of layouts that I've been watching. Like, I'll try and watch everybody and try and get on everybody's live streams. It's pretty hard being this side of the world, but I do try. But there's been a couple of really good ones that I've sort of looked at over the last wee while. It's the South Down switching layout. Now that is, to me, probably one of the biggest sort of, I don't know, inspirations to this layout. There's been, like I get ideas off everybody, and to see that layout, and it's sort of like, oh, maybe I can do this, maybe I can do that, and no, it's really good. So I suggest you go have a look at him, look at the channel. He's recently put one on operations. I like how it does the nice slow operations, something that I'm trying to emulate here on this layout. So it's something I'll try and get going in the future updates. Another one, I always say it, my brother Central Otago layout, the NZR layout. Go across, have a look at that. That's very, very good. Very, very nice scenery and stuff like that. So go across and like with all my subscribers and followers, go check out each other's channel. Just have a little look, see what's going on. Like I said, you'll get ideas off everybody's channel. And I always try and support everybody. In saying that, I did a couple of lives earlier in the month for Dan's Motoraro journey. Well, yeah, I did a live. Yeah, so go across and support him as well. He's got some good stuff there. It's really entertaining. It's one of the ones I sort of stop everything to go and watch, or try and watch every single Saturday for me. So we'll yeah, go across and say hello. Say Brad sent you. People have been asking. I have put a video up. It's the second most popular video I've ever done. Surprisingly enough, could have been quite, you know, destructive really. But little Morty, a little kitten, jumping up onto the layout there, and it has turned out to be quite popular. He's walking around now with a sort of a big head, saying he's pretty famous. But luckily, nothing was broken. Even if it was, I'm not, you know, not too concerned. But he has now been banished from the room unless he's been supervised. Even then, it's hard to supervise a little kitten that wants to just jump up and play. So, but yeah, little Morty, he's famous now, he says, and his sister doesn't really like that fact. But without further ado, we'll go and have a look at this new back scene here. I'll try and take it nice and slowly so we don't no one gets seasick and stuff like that. So we'll just go have a little look. First thing first, we'll just pan around here. We'll have a little look at what I'm talking about in this back scene here. So you can sort of see in here, I've got a light just underneath this pelmet here, LED strips like I was showing before. And if my followers, you can sort of hear Morty in the background there, still wanting to put his 2 cents worth in. So I'm trying to go and put another set of lights over the back there, just to light it up a bit more. So it does look blue on the screen. That's why I'm sort of trying to get away from the sort of like the night scene looking back scene. Right, we'll zoom across here. So this is the latest part that I've been doing. Now, I have been saying for a long time, I don't like the big circles. There's not that many moons and things and stuff like that in the sky. So you can still see it a little bit, but operating distance, it doesn't affect you. So when I was cutting this, just for future, or for anybody that's interested, this whole section from here to here is only 220 millimeters wide. So it's not even a foot wide. So it just goes to show what actually can be achieved in less than a foot. So I've just painted put the back scene on the back there, painted it all up and all that sort of stuff. Now I paint the back scenes black because in my mind, if I go down like that, it draws the attention to the models. You sort of don't notice the carry-on in the background. So I have sort of had a viewer saying I could possibly put a mirror there, make it look longer. Yeah, that could be a good idea. I've also had another idea, put some flat buildings in the background there. I could possibly put a building in the background, make it look like the factory goes longer. There's more of an inside loading area, but that's all ideas that I'll come back along and I'll have a look at doing. I have got other little areas here that they could do with some buildings or something like that, but yeah, we'll come across that when we get to it. But yeah, this will be the next sort of section now that that's finished. So all these buildings here and all this stuff will be coming off, and then I'll try and get in there and hook up my LED lights, and we'll see how that goes before we get too carried away. And we'll go back across to the table here, and just on closing, yeah, like I said, I want to thank everybody for their support, and it means quite a lot to me, and I try to make things as interesting as possible. I know I haven't done many operating sessions or things like that like I have said I would do, but it's yeah, we'll get there in the end. But thanks everybody for watching this one. It's a bit of a longer one this week, but there's quite a few bits and pieces I want to get out and get done, so we'll carry on. But hey, look, keep modelling, and I'll see you either on the next live in the comment section or next month on this channel. Cheers everyone.